shout me out. This not for you, I'm trying to make me proud. This not for you, I'm trying to make me proud. In the mirror, say it loud. Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. What you get, you see, I'll always be me. What you get, you see, I need no ID. I need nothing, no, something roll. I like Kim Rose, I need money rolls. Flip it go, see you when I'm old. In a Tesla, still would ride a diesel. I'm not green, no, but the checks was. Now they come in wires, I'm retired off the best ones. I was in the creek, then in the dirt, I lived on both sides. Still was always me, no double life, can't pick the best ones. Friends, they come and go, still are the best ones. Through the lowest lows, and I still got blessed up. I've been running non-stop, I can't rest up. I'll just keep on working till I'm the best up. I've been trying to do right, but getting left much. Slipped and fell a few times, still got my chest up. In the gym, I got my chest up. New Tacova's on my toes, now that the check's up. Giddy up! Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. Look in the mirror just for motivation. I see my past, I see my kids, it gets me motivated. Don't gotta say it, I just know they're hating. Little white boy, tattoos and money, Ben had that motion, baby. I got that motion like the ocean, baby. 9 to 5, then the 5 to 9, yeah, they used to call me crazy. I put that work in, you can't call me lazy. I'm in the light, no pressure, never faze me. Got me shining like a diamond, put one on my lady. Only one girl who could call me baby. Vision clear, I used to see it hazy. Vision clear, I could see it now. Every time they try to take me out, back to back, I'm wildin' now. I hit the top and didn't say a word. I hit the top and didn't say a word, and still they never shout me out. This not for you, I'm trying to make me proud. This not for you, I'm trying to make me proud. In the mirror, say it loud. Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous.
Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this live stream of the Tier 1 GB9 Event 3 final. In the commentary box is Dangerous Dave Hopkin.
Hello again.
He's not been as dangerous this event as much as we wanted to.
Not as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, but
there were signs.
I did want to get that dig in there, by the way.
Oh no, there were signs early, and it just kind of unravelled a bit. But that's Paul.
And then myself. If you're wondering who I am Dan Sir, or people call me Sue as well. Don't really matter. But yes, I am one of the GB9 committee. I do various player liaison stuff during the events. And somehow I found myself in the commentary box. Not to talk about anything about Paul necessarily, because if it's going to shot selections, I've been told not to talk about shot selections because I don't get them right. But yeah, just here just to fill in a bit of dead air time and generally just chunter on.
Well, I think you're doing yourself down. You're the head cheese of GB9, really, aren't you?
Well,
you're the main man.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, my opinion is it's
a team effort, but you're the main dude. Anyway, Imran to break.
Yeah, Imran to break.
In this Tier 1 final. Tough matchup to call this. Both playing well.
Well, it's a weird one because I think Imran's had a bit of a bad time with his pneumonia out in the World Championships, and he's still not 100%.
Yeah.
But then it's a bit of the boy who cried wolf. There's been a lot of times he's not been very well, and there are excuses for him not winning. So anyway, I'm not going to say too much about it. It's not very fair on him. He's not here to defend himself. But let's see how he does.
I mean, straight in at the jugular there, Dan.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll say as it is, to be honest with you. It's you know, he's chatting to me earlier on, just going, "Oh, you know, the pockets are too big, and you know, anybody can win this." And
we overheard that on the last comms, myself and Sam, and I assured the listening and viewing public that is not the case, in my opinion.
Yeah, well,
I think they play fair. They can be generous if you play it a certain way. There was one shot that Dean played down into this bottom right that he played at the right pace in the right way, so it slid in. That's Paul. That's 9-ball. That's how you play.
Yeah, I don't think that the pocket sizes or the way the tables run particularly lend any massive favours towards weaker players. No. And that's what Imran was implying to me.
Not to me. They can make you look very foolish. Again, I've said this in commentary before, and I've been on here in all 3 events now, and you know, they're not quite as tight as the Matchroom major pockets that are 4-inch, but again, they're played on new cloth. They can play fairly generous early on.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was chatting to Tash.
I think these are 4 1/8, aren't they?
Yeah, these are 4 1/8.
And the middle pockets are quite brutal, in all honesty, from certain angles.
Certainly are.
So I wouldn't agree with that assessment myself. Anyway, Imran's in with ball in hand here.
Well, it's funny, actually, when I was talking to Tash, he was absolutely insistent that... yeah, when I was talking to Tash was saying that he actually made a montage of Imran's misses last Wednesday, and so this whole the pockets are too big are a bit of a nonsense, really.
Oh.
But
I'm
anyway, look,
I'm not getting involved with that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Standard run out here for Imran to get off the...
Hang on a minute, we actually...
to get off the mark. Just float down from this 7 down to the 8. Leave this 8 nice and straight. There we go. Right, and Imran should be off the mark here. At 1-0. There we go. Now, unlike the last final, this is alternate break. So Phil comes to the table. Now, having a quick look at today's matches, Phil Wildman's break and run stats are quite darn impressive. Well, he's broke all 4 of his breaks in the quarter-final against Saman Galami. 9 racks total in that match. he lost the leg, so that means Saman had 5 breaks, Phil had 4, and he ran them all out.
I'll tell you what, it's just, I think we all know that Phil is a very, very, very capable player. He's had some really good results in Matchroom. He's done some fantastic stuff, obviously, in the amateur scene down here. He wins a lot of tournaments. So yeah, no, you've got to respect him. Very,
absolutely,
very strong player. But like a lot of these players, and I've been chatting about this a lot with some of the top players. You know, it's a matter of stamina. It's a matter of doing it for 6-7 matches in one tournament, not for 2 or 3. And it's about other aspects as well, like luck. You do need luck. You do need to be physically in good shape as well. And a lot of players underestimate the need to be physically in good shape to hold yourself mentally throughout the entire
absolutely.
tournament.
I mean, it's something I spoke to players about, and I think it's also a case of, I'm sort of trying to say this without upsetting anyone, trying to find the right times to eat the right things as well, because I don't think people realise how much energy you burn up out there, especially if you have a long, grueling match. You know, mentally it's very demanding, but when you're sort of trying to solve puzzles all the time, because that's essentially what pool is, as Phil just misses that long 2-ball there, your brain's constantly working. And you do burn a lot of energy, and it's difficult sometimes to sort of run on low energy when you're sort of struggling to get time to eat properly or hydrate. Hydration's a big thing as well, and that's a big part of tournament management, you know.
Precisely.
And top players have it down, you know, and it's a massive factors.
Yeah, it's also like, what do you do, you know, with yourself, you know, in between matches, and you know, how do you handle, you know, your first loss, for example? How are you going to bounce back if you've had to come in through the back door through losers qualification? You know, it's just so many things to consider. And then, of course, you know, there's the stress of the matches. You could be involved in a really hard, grueling, tough semi-final, just like what Mark Capito was in yesterday.
And you're drained.
He was
drained,
absolutely drained. And then to pick yourself up and raise yourself against Liam, Mark can do it. But that's not taking anything away from Liam. Like,
no, absolutely.
God,
I totally see your point completely, because that's a good shot from Phil.
Yeah, lovely.
Kick and stick, as they call it. He's left up a combo. He's unlucky there. But yeah, you know, it's the adrenaline dump as well. You know, it's not just about, you know, when you're sort of in those close battles, your adrenaline's flying, and it's something I've experienced this weekend, and it's something I've experienced at the tournament not so long ago as well.
Certainly. And then 40 minutes later,
and then you sort of back on, you've had that adrenaline dump, and you're trying to pick yourself up, but you've got nothing in the tank, because having that adrenaline coursing through you, coupled with the physical effort, the stress, the mental effort, it all sort of takes it out of you. But again, the top players handle it so well, and that's why one of the reasons why they're the top players. I remember this long distance combo, 2-8.
yeah, nice shot.
Nice shot. Yeah. I thought for a split second the cue ball might follow it through to scratch, but I think this 2-ball might go past the green 6 to the right centre. Yeah,
don't ask me about the shot. I'll just be just going, right, how random can I make this look?
He may be playing this to the top right, because again, I'm looking at it again, I think the path of the 3 to this bottom right is blocked by the purple 5, so he may have to sort of stun, maybe slightly past the 9 off this 2 into the top left. Yeah, and maybe reassess from there where he lands. I think he's going to try and land it so that he can maybe play it into the same pocket, but if he comes slightly past it, he can play it to the top left as well. So, but this is a tough shot. Yep. And it goes. Now 3 to the top left. There's those big bags that he was on about earlier. But he struck the shot well. And he struck it at the right pace. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, he did play that really nicely.
He didn't try and knock the number off it. He sort of played it as a soft stun.
Yeah, that was a lovely shot. No, if it was me, I think I would have just slammed it in and just hoped for the best.
Yeah, but you hit centre pocket on everything, don't you?
Yeah,
but that excellent shot's opened the rack up for Imran.
Yeah, he's got to take
Get
this
top
out.
side of this 6 to the right centre, and then it should be elementary. There we go.
Simple. Yeah,
And
this
Imran's
is good.
found a bit of form. I mean, he's
Good.
struggled a little early doors, like you say, maybe aftermath of this pneumonia that he's had and everything, which is understandable. But he's played quite well by the looks of it in this challenge. He's had some fairly convincing results. So just this 7 and 9 to negotiate. Or is he? Oh, he's okay. Thought for a split second he wouldn't be. Thought we landed on top of the 9 a little bit there, but the side gripped. And a good start from Imran in this final.
And I think that's it's really important to get off to a good start.
Absolutely.
Because if you can open up a 2-rack lead, 3-rack lead, all of a sudden, I mean, Phil's not had a chance to get on the table yet, so he still must be itching to get on there.
And it settles you mentally as well, getting that first rack on the board. As crazy as it sounds, players at this level and experience, I mean, 2-0 is not an emergency for Phil whatsoever, but you do just want to get one on the board early just to get yourself in the match.
Yeah, well, this is also the thing about the whole sort of alternate break format. The alternate break format means it does become very, very difficult once you start slipping into a 3-4 rack deficit to come back. Not impossible, but it does make it tougher. And you know it's alternate break.
Because you need to win racks off the opponent's break, which isn't always possible because you're in control of the rack from your break. So yeah, Imran breaking, having won the first 2 here. Nails that one ball into the centre.
No shot to the 2, but he's in control of the table.
Yep. And he's got plenty of cover here. The 9 ball, the pink 4, round 7 green. Well, I think he can sort of, someone at Imran's level, he can probably maybe slide off the side of this 2-ball and get behind the red 3 at the bottom here.
Oh, that's interesting. That's what I would do.
Or he could go the other way and play the 2 towards the 3, play thin off the 2, avoid that 6 and 7, go up table, because then he's cutting off angles of the kick shot, because he'll be going up maybe slightly towards that left side. But I think he's going to play the first shot I've mentioned.
He's going to do the shot that I would have done.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, the second shot I mentioned might not be possible because of the position of the balls. It's hard to tell from these angles sometimes, but I think that's the play. Oh.
See, got it wrong.
Got it wrong. But yeah, like I say, there's plenty of cover. 6, 7, 4, 9.
But you jump this, pot this on the 3.
Yeah, it's a
And
tough
that
one
should
to
be
jump.
rack
He's not.
over.
He's kind of got the 6 and 7 to negotiate in terms of a jump, and it's hard to control.
You see, if I was watching one of the top pros on the WNT circuit do this, I'd say 80% chance of potting this. Would you say?
I think it depends on the player. I think even someone as good as Fedor Gorsuch at the jump queue, I don't think this is an 8 out of 10 shot even for him in terms of landing the position. I think making the ball probably.
Just want to have a quick word. That glove that Phil Wildman's wearing. Oh, that glove Phil's wearing is actually part of the gift pack we've given to players. So at every event, we've tried to give something back to players. As part of the organisation, as part of saying thank you to the players for participating, because we are in our first year, and can't tell you how much we appreciate the players taking part and participating whilst we're trying to find our feet. So these particular gloves, they're actually made in Korea. Very, very nice quality. And so yeah, every participant in this event managed to get a free one.
If they were right-handed.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah. You've just, yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting that left-handed players exist.
Yeah.
This is so discriminatory, and I apologise to any left-handed players, especially the ones that sat to my right. Yeah, I was in the showroom getting so excited, and then I made the order so I could take it back to England with me, and then I just realised only about a week ago, oh God, yeah, left-handed players exist. And I had no time to get any air freighted over to me, so I've just had to apologise to every left-handed player, I'm afraid. I do feel bad about it.
Oh, this is tracking towards a scratch. Oh dear, Phil.
That's going to be soul-destroying, that is. He's just not got a chance.
Yeah,
he's chance.
He's struggling to get a foothold here, and Imran, again, a player of... I mean, let's be honest, he's a veteran now. He's a player of his experience, knowledge, capabilities, open table.
He'll run this out.
These should be gone.
Because I don't care what anyone says about Imran, he is still a very, very good player.
Yeah, absolutely. As I can testify this week, with not one but 2 defeats to the man. But I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about myself at all, in all fairness. But Imran...
But I can.
You can talk. You're the boss, you're the head cheese, you can say what you like.
I can sit here and talk about Imran's... well, the first one was actually very close.
Yeah.
But then I have to be honest with you. Okay, so this isn't meant to sound...
but you got to anyway. Go on then.
It's not meant to sound disrespectful in any way, but, you know, I'm obviously very objective, right?
Yeah. I don't like where this is going, but go on.
And obviously I see so many players win, lose, and some have lost and played well, and they're okay with it. You know, known you for a few years, and you know we've obviously had a lot of discussions about these things. But my goodness me, the way you walked past me the other day, woof.
Yeah, my head fell off. I was what we call hangry. When I, again, going back to the eating thing, I sort of grazed and snacked for 2 days, and that's not really good for me, really. I just wanted to get some food and go to bed. And I get very cranky, as people who have known me for many years will testify. I get very cranky if I get like that, if I get those sort of energy lows and sugar lows. People I work with, they'll testify to even more, because sometimes at work I'm just too busy to eat, and I just... Yeah, turn into a bit of one, but
yeah,
that's just me as a human being, and I'm not here to sort of analyse that.
No,
and I wasn't in a good headspace yesterday, in all fairness.
No, that's fine. It's interesting how people react to these things.
But at the end of the day, I'm a competitor, and it's frustrating when things don't go right or can't go right, or I don't feel that I've either done myself justice or I've had chance for things to go, or whatever it is. It hurts. And the day it doesn't hurt is the day I walk away.
But it's going to come, though.
But for, as I've said to a few people, for 2.9 matches today, this weekend, on Friday, I was very, very good, and I really felt like I was going to go far in the tournament, in the main.
So what's the difference between doing it for a certain number of matches and that extra 1 or extra 2 matches?
Well, what happened, again, it sounds like sour grapes, excuse me, call it what you will, but I just ran out of gas. I got deflated after losing to Imran, and perhaps for those that didn't follow it too much, my match with Imran, winners qualifier, I was 5-0 down. I got 8-6 up. I overhit a positional shot, and I twitched up in the decider, quite frankly. And that deflates you, and then you from being 2 balls away from going through winner's side, I've got to do it all again. Yeah. And as much as I tried to get myself going, and as much as and for anybody that saw it, because it was on the second stream table, and it was an absolute car crash of a performance, not going to lie, it was there for all to see. I've missing balls over the hole and all that, because I just ran out of gas, I ran out of mental energy, I ran out of focus, I felt deflated. And I ended up losing a match that I had enough chances to win. I ended up losing, and it's frustrating. And then yesterday, well, quite frankly, I had a sleepless night on Friday about it.
Really?
Yeah, because it hurts.
I think it's really important though,
Yes,
because
and-
don't get me wrong, Dave. I think it's really good to be able to, and I'm not trying to sound funny. There was a reason why I've raised it and try and eke it out of you to get you to talk about it, and you know, because there's a lot of players who will identify with you.
Yeah, of course, but
And you know, every person who talks about it, every listener who recognises similarities in themselves, I think it all helps.
yeah, you're probably right. But there's a final going on here, and I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to
True.
talk about these two gentlemen here that are
True,
battling
but
it out in a final.
to be fair, I did pick a time when I said like Imran's going to run out, and he did. Run out.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like I'm playing the best pool of my life at my ripe old age, and I feel that results are coming. Just that's an excellent shot from Phil if he just gets past his 5, and it's just not going right for Phil at the minute. It's just not going right. He's struck that shot as well as he can strike in. It just checked up a little bit off that second rail. You kind of almost expect with a new cloth and that, he'll just slide a little bit, even with the check. It will just slide past there, and he just gripped a touch. And
right now, he needs luck.
He's just not getting a chance to get a proper foothold in. This is Phil. And he's got another kick shot. And the 6 ball's kind of in his pathway to get to this 3, maybe. And he's got to try and manufacture a bit of something. Yeah, that's not the worst result. That's a good shot. He's made sure he's come off it thin, and just to leave a safety and try and engage a safety. And
yeah, but Imran's safety game is very good.
He's one of the best. His knowledge is second to none. Again, he's been around the top end of the game for 25, 30 years.
There you go.
You know, great execution. You don't get to the levels that Imran has got to, and he's still at. And we emphasise this. He's still out there, you know, until not too long ago. He was making 16s and 32s of these majors on the regular. They don't grow on trees. They're not easy to get to. So you don't get to that level. Here's a bit of luck that he was after.
There you go. He's got a bit of luck.
But you don't get to the levels that Imran's at and has been at for many, many years without a top-class safety game and the knowledge. And not just the knowledge, the ability to execute. But now, kick shot here from one. It's an easy hit. It's just a case of what happens after it. Yeah. I mean, the 4 ball's in an awkward little spot for it, because he's kind of going to block off this 3 ball. But he might just roll into it and just give the problem away. Yep, just made the rail off the 4 ball there. Now, does Phil?
A good shot, that.
It is, but does Phil slide off the top of this 3 ball and make the 4 on a carom? He might. It might not be on, because again, from our positions, our angles, we're not sure. I think he's having a look at it now.
That's funny. All commentators always say that. It's like, yeah, from our angle.
Well, that's what it's about, because you can't tell the nature of a shot truly until you're actually on the shot like Phil is.
Yeah, right.
So he didn't quite have it, but he was able to try and play it safe. But I think he's left a thin cut to this pocket. So the key to this shot, I mean, he can pot the 3, but can he avoid the 4 on the way back up? Well, it's all about the control of the shot. So in an ideal world, he'd like to avoid this 4 ball, leave it where it is, play up and down, leave the 4 into the same pocket. He played it with inside and nudged the 4 out. Took a gamble on where the 4 was going to go. But most importantly, he made the ball. And he's still in control of the table. And he's got a thin clip into this left-hand centre pocket. How thin it is, he might be able to check this up. Left rail, top rail, come back down almost in a straight line. Not quite sure if he's able to do that. Try and get on this 5 into this bottom right pocket is just queuing over now. Looks like he's trying to rip a bit of check side on left hand side just to check it up. Like that. That's about as good as he could play that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
if he plays that any quicker, then he doesn't grip as much, and he kind of slides off that second rail and leaves himself awkward. He's judged that well.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have executed it like that myself. I would have probably done something stupid like try and hit that too hard, so then I can try and like hit the.
You'd have probably tried to bank it in the top right, stun it.
Oh, do you know what? Such random thoughts going on my head when I'm down for a shot, especially under pressure.
So, 5 ball. Does he stun round 2 with some right hand side to come for the 6, or does he roll it straight through? Yeah, he's done a bit of both. Bit of roll through right hand side. Now is he there? I think he's just about there. I think he's just about there. Just goes to wipe his cue, settle himself. And again, this is another thing top players do. They know when to sort of walk away from the table for a second and reset themselves, take the time. I mean, some top amateurs do it as well, but you know, really good players, that they can have that in the game. Some players just like to flow. I mean, I like to sort of, when I'm in, I like to just sort of play, see shot, play shot kind of thing. But there's a time to think, there's a time to play, and there's a time to flow. But some players, they like to just steady themselves. For a big shot in the rack like that, that's the key shot. And he's left himself nicely on this 8 ball.
Yeah, so likely to go 4-0 up, and now Phil's got.
Oh, yeah, he's already got a big hill to climb. Not quite a mountain, but it's a big hill certainly. Because alternate break, like you say. And it's Imran's break next.
Playing well. He's playing well, Imran, so this is going to be a real uphill struggle.
And something about Imran, and again, he's won many of these GB9 titles, main events. I think he's won maybe 1 or 2 tier 1s as well, and he's had to sort of drop into the tiered events. These players that are serial winners, champions, they dial in. The later they go in the tournament, the more they dial in. And it's a skill set in itself. He's landed a little bit 50-yard line here, but still fancy him to make this. But yeah, these winners, these champions, they know when to go up a gear and up another gear when it counts. So, finish 9 ball here for 4-0. Just bearing down on the shot. But again, don't fancy him to miss this the way he's playing.
Yeah, definitely, you won't miss it.
Centre pocket, no danger. 4-0 to the Maharaja.
Very nice. Anyway, so how did Notts County get on?
Lost 1-0, mate.
No.
You're going to start crowing because Brentford got a last-minute equaliser, aren't you?
Oh, I was going to mention that, but now you have. Yeah, you're falling for it, Dave. I get to talk about Brentford. Oh dear. Yeah, no, that was.
I'm only glad you not mentioned your second team, actually. A few months back.
Oh, yeah, second team, kind of. Yeah.
I weren't even upset about that, to be honest with you, because we were that bad in the second leg that
yeah, AFC
we deserved to go out.
Yeah, they're doing okay in League One.
They've started well.
Yeah,
but again, they're an awkward side to play against. Again, talking about football for no reason, really, but awkward side to play against the Wimbledon. They do what they do ever so well, don't they? Anyway, Imran to break, 4-0 up.
I like these interludes in between. Yeah, it's very consistent break.
Yeah.
But
there's glued to that purple 5.
Yeah, but
he's in control of the rack though.
Yeah,
he's got a shot at the 3.
To push his key through, will be fine.
2 balls down. But yeah, Imran, he's got that look about him. He's in sort of. He's in don't want to offend anyone by saying, but he's in kill mode. And this is a final, and he's there to win. And he's there to win as quick as possible and as efficiently as possible.
Must be hungry. Want to get home for dinner.
Excellent shot. Had just enough space to get some stun and left-hand side on that ball. We still had to strike it well, and he really is dialed in this match, is Imran.
Yeah, just checking out the results actually. Yeah, Imran lost 9-6 to Matthew Wrigley in the last 16 of the main event.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he lost heavily early door in the first round of this. He lost 7-2 to Simon Ayres, who, by the way, had a fantastic run in this tournament. Semi-final for Simon,
Yeah,
and again,
no,
some excellent results and performances looking through the run.
Simon's a very good player.
Oh,
actually.
very, very capable. But yeah, Imran come through the losers' side.
Yeah, I played Simon at the SMB recently, and there's a handicap tournament, so he had to give me about... How many racks did he have to give me?
8 racks to 9, something like that.
No, it was something ridiculous. It's something like he had to give me... He started on -2, I was on +4, and there's a race to 10.
Right.
And I took out the first 2 racks beautifully, and then I can't remember exactly what happened, but I just need one more rack, and then I think his head would have dropped. And then I think I dogged the 9. I can't remember, something like that.
It's not like you.
And then Simon suddenly just turned into this absolute machine.
Yeah, from what I've seen of Simon, I played him once a few years ago at a Tier 1, one of these. I think it was the first round, and he's a flow player. If he gets into a flow, he's very, very dangerous. Break and run for him around there, goes 5-0. But yeah, Simon's very capable when he's in a flow. The match I played with him was a very good standard match actually. I won it 8-6 somehow, but we both played to a pretty good level. But I think he got off to a flyer in that one. I think he was like 3 up on me in a race to 8, and I managed to claw my way back in, and I took the win in the end. But it was a good match, really good standard, and certainly a player sort of, when you see someone for the first time playing for the first time, you mark the card a little bit and you think, well, that's a name I'm going to look out for. I don't want him near my draw too much. And Simon's one of those who I thought, yeah, you very capable. So yeah, a good one for Simon. Well done, pal. Getting to the semis. I think they lost 7-6 to Phil in the semi-final.
Yeah,
so that can happen. Yeah.
Both semis go
to Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, this Tier 1's very strong.
Yeah, it's a... I think again, I mentioned in commentary last time, it's a gorgeous break. Cue ball gets kicked right up to the top of the table. He's got a 2-7 combo. 3's hiding though, behind that green 6 up on the right hand side. So as much as he's got a shot at this 2 ball, where does he go from there? He's getting down very quick to play it. I think he's just going to play the combo, roll the combo, and sort of assess from there. Yeah, it's just not quite sitting for Phil at the minute. But yeah, like you say, these Tier 1s, they're a dogfight from the start. You know what I mean? Again, I don't really like talking about my own tournaments and this and that, but I won my first match and I got Fraser Patrick. And Fraser played ever so well against me. Loser's side, got Imran. That's brutal. But there were other brutal draws around as well, and it's the nature of the beast in these Tier 1s. It can happen to anyone, and when you see some of the players that didn't qualify for the quarterfinals, I think, he didn't qualify for the
Tom Stavely. I tell you what, Rich Saunders had a pretty decent tournament for somebody who's hardly playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those who didn't qualify for the quarter-final, we got Tom Stavely.
Oh, we're talking about the main event now. Right, cool.
Yeah, for the main event.
Yeah.
Rich Saunders, Imran, Michael Hope, who was actually number 1 seed this time round, Gary Thompson, who nobody
Very capable
had heard
player.
Of. Well, I hadn't heard of him, and then suddenly he goes, "Oh, I used to play a bit of GB9." I went, "Okay." And he goes, "Yeah, I haven't played at all much this year."
Good shot from Phil. I think
Yeah,
he's
no,
just
it's
about
a
got
good
him.
shot,
Yeah, it's just about got him.
Let me lean to the left. Oh no, it might be on. Yeah, that Gary Thompson was solid. Very solid. Fraser Patrick lost 9-1 to Ashik.
Yeah.
Now, Saman Galami, now he's a player who he has improved so much. And, you know, almost every month that passes, he just keeps getting better and better and better. And he learns quickly. He's got incredible timing of the ball. His stroke's lovely. So yeah, watch out for him because he's only going to get better and better, in my opinion. And then, of course, the last one he didn't get through was Ollie Lawrence. And Ollie's just a massively capable player.
Yeah.
9-8 to Jake Dillon, Newlove. And of course, yeah, that was a tough one for Ollie to take.
But also players even sort of further behind that didn't make it through. I mean, Marcel didn't really go deep in this one at all. Marcel Price. I think he went losers 3, losers 4, something like that he lost. Yeah, losers 3. No, losers 4, Marcel. Which shows the depth, because Marcel got to the semi-final of the last event.
Yeah,
Lost losers side to Barry French. It was a great win for Barry there. His first tournament back, first GB9 back for many years. Well, yeah, Phil's been welded behind this 4-ball. Good kick. Trusting it to look a little bit. He's made a good contact.
Yeah,
he's put his hand up there, but he's played a good kick shot. He gave it a chance to go well. Yeah, he didn't quite cover that 2-ball off that. It looked to be a decent safety. Imran had a thin edge and managed to judge it to perfection behind that 4-ball, but Phil's replied with a good kick shot. Now what can Imran do off this? I mean, if he comes off the top side of the 2, it's going to still hit the 9, and the 2 will come down to this bottom rail. Cue ball will go up towards probably the 3 and 6 kind of area, if he hits it correctly. So, sort of like top half of the 2 off the 9 down to this bottom rail. Cue ball back up table, I think might be the play. But as I've said many times in the last couple of matches, I've been wrong before. And I'll be wrong again. I mean, in theory, that's what he tried. And he's, yeah, not a bad result. So all Phil's got here is a thin safe off the 2. Try and keep the 2 safe on this. Yeah, that's how these racks can go sometimes with this break format. Oh, he's not hit that well. No, he's leaving an open shot here and just caught that a little bit too thick. But again, when you're sort of behind, you've not had a foothold in the match, these things can happen, these shots can happen. So, stun off this 2 off that top rail, behind this 3. Nicely done. I don't quite know why Imran's going to got a rest from one of the tables. I can see the rest underneath the table that they're playing on. It's probably going to be sort of one of the proper 9-ball rests as well, with like the multi-head rest, if that's what you call them. I don't know if that's what you call them or not.
Yeah, I don't know what they call them actually.
But yeah, quite an easy shot. You just put it next to the rest that's already there.
I can see 3 rests underneath. They're like accumulating the rests underneath the main table.
I only spotted the one. So anyway, just float this across off this 4 ball. Got a purple 5 in the same pocket. Might not have quite as much angle as he would hope, but I think it should be fine. Just a little walk around the table just to make sure what he wants to do. Now he's gone short side. He was probably a little straighter than I thought there. Now he's got a bit of angle here to probably play round 2.
Yeah.
A little bit of top and left. Leave this fairly straight. He hasn't got maybe a little bit of angle just to cut it back slightly. There we go. About perfect there, because you can just pop this out a little bit more towards centre table. It should be an easy 8-9 to go 6 in front in a race to 9.
Yeah, that's where, in all honesty, I think that's where I'd be starting to put some money on Imran, to be honest. Do you fancy a bit?
No.
You sure?
No. If you knew my betting record, in all fairness, if I was to bet on Imran now, it'd end up 9-6 to Phil.
Fancy a cheeky tenner there. No. So anyway, just whilst we're here, just want to have a quick word of appreciation to our referees. So the bald-headed fella who's refereeing this one is Andy Yates. He's been a WST snooker referee for 15-16 years. He's also one of the tournament directors, member of the GB9 committee. Got to be honest with you, he's absolute gold. He really is. Super referee, very, very composed as a tournament director, and absolutely a great sort of rock to lean on for me, being part of the GB9 committee. So yeah, just a bit of a shout out there to Andy. Yes, I've actually played him in the last event, actually in the Flyer, and I beat him, which is quite pleasing. But then I have to be totally honest with you, I spent the entire match just jibber-jabbering in his ear hole, trying to make fun of him, and it put him off, so I succeeded.
So you sharked him.
Yep.
You cheated. You sharked him. Ran with a nice break again. He's slid off it a little thin, come around the back of the pack, but he's come up with a 1 and 2 are down. He's got a simple 3 to the top left, straight through to the 4. Everything's there. I think this might be potentially second break on in a row. I'm not sure.
But you know what? Actually, I played Michael Hope in the first round of the main event, and my whole strategy was right. Let's tie him up. Let's try and make it tight. But every single time he had a table that looked like this with all the balls, with plenty of options for all the balls.
Ooh.
Oh my God! Sorry.
Didn't expect that.
Yeah. But yeah, every time Michael Hope had an open layout, he cleared up.
Again, he's excellent, Michael.
It's frightening.
Yeah. Probably in a similar way to Dean Shields, in that he's come from English 8-ball and he's used to running patterns out in tight areas and having control over cue ball. And, you know, it is an excellent cueist, you know. He's superb action, superb timing.
That's true.
Excellent cue power as well.
That was the first time I played Michael, and oh God, it was breathtaking.
There's potential there without a doubt.
Yeah, only been playing since February of this year.
Yeah.
9-ball.
Yeah, he's one to watch for the future without a doubt. But Phil in here. It's his first real open chance he's had in this match.
Yeah,
from memory. You just got to pop this 7 up to the 8. Nicely done. Stun off this right hand rail, coming to the line of the 9, just like that. And Phil should be up and running. Finally troubles the scorers. Yeah, and he's celebrating again at the cue waggle.
Not even going to get. Didn't get a shout of stake power though, but
No.
yeah, he's pulled one back. He's happy about
And he's
that.
taking a tactical time out here, I think. No, he's going to celebrate, he says.
I'll be honest with you. I think that shows just where he's at the moment. Obviously, as I said, Imran started off like an absolute freight train. Didn't give Phil a chance to get on the table, and now Phil. And this isn't sound disrespectful to Phil, but he's won one rack. He knows he's up against it. It's going to be so. He needs a miracle to win this now.
Yeah, but the game's concerned, even on alternate break, and if he gets a few chances, if Phil can sort of put a little bit of a run together and get to, for instance, 7-5, it makes a game of it again, and the pressure reverts to Imran, because when that play's coming back at you, it's a different kind of pressure. And Imran's been through it 1,000 times before, probably more than that, and if anyone's going to handle it, Imran will. But you never know. You never know. There could still be a match made of this, because Phil gets an open table. He's capable as anyone of putting racks together and making the most of his chances.
Yeah, no, very true. Right, just whilst we're here, just any viewers, if you're interested, want to follow us on Instagram, we are easily followable. We are on Facebook, just look for GB9 Ball Tour, and on Instagram it's gb9ball.tour, Tour. So gb9ball.tour. We do get all of our reels, stories, etc. stuff up there. So please do follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Phil's back.
Yeah, nice
Breaks
break.
off. 2 ball goes missing up onto that top rail.
But he's still in control.
He is in control. Well, he could have done with like nice simple layout here and break one and get a second one on the ball quick. He's sort of engaging in a safety battle again. Yeah, just played thin off that, looked for cover, left an open shot. Bit of distance here to get from 2 to 3. Well, if Imran can strike this nicely, pick that gap between the purple 5 and green 6. Try and avoid the 9. Big shot. But the way he's playing, more than capable of executing it. I think with these shots you need to time it more than power it. Obviously you need a bit of power, but the timing's important here to get the action on the cue ball. Just like that. He's unlucky there. That was what I was saying, he needed to avoid the 9. Pick that gap between the 6 and the 5, avoid the 9. If he bumps that 9 sort of full ball, he's still got a thin shot on the 3, but that 9 was always a little bit of a danger to that shot.
I think Bill needed that. He's hoping to get back in the table. And
2 rail kick, this 3 ball could be made off this. Right rail, bottom rail, hit the 3 ball, top side, float it into that bottom left is the plan. No, he's got underneath it. He could easily have scratched there, I wouldn't say he was fortunate to avoid the scratch, but Phil's in. A little soft stun shot here, if he can just hold. I think he might have quite a bit of angle. Don't know if he's straight enough to just play a little stun. Might have to sort of float forwards and leave a longer fall here. No, soft stunned it with the right hand side. Good shot. Use the right hand side off the cue ball to just throw the object ball to the left slightly. Then he held position for the 4. Nice chance for Phil to get a second rack on the board.
Yeah, he is going to run this out, isn't he?
Well, he should do.
Isn't it weird? Actually, this is so bizarre. So I'm watching Phil, and don't get me wrong, I'm like 95% certain he's going to run these out. Whereas I was watching Imran earlier, and I was just thinking, Imran's 100% guaranteed to run his layout out.
I sort of never think in 100% terms because I don't think it can happen on a pool table. But I'd say
Yeah, but
Phil
then
was
I'm a big believer in the commentators' curse.
yes, and I mean, someone of Phil's capability was always heavy favourite to take these out, you know. And,
yeah, and he will take these out now for sure.
you know, nothing really to do here. Centre table. All do just to leave the 8 with a nice angle to float down to the 9 again. He might just play this off 2 cushions, a bit of left hand side, top rail, left hand rail coming to the line of the 9 ball. Just like that. One of the things I admire about, there's a lot of the top GB9 players I admire, their actions they've got, a lot of them are accomplished 8-ball players, snooker players, and Phil's got a very, very heavy snooker background.
Yeah, that's right.
In his action.
Oh, my goodness me.
That was almost a bank shot. Is that,
Oh, I can see some beads of sweat appearing on his forehead there.
That rattled more times than Banks's spray can, that. It was,
Right.
every side door was open by...
Right. Well, just give us 2 seconds, because I'm going to have to go out and need to do some stuff. I'm going to bring Sam Jones back into the commentary box, if I can get his attention.
So,
Because I just need to do 1 or 2 little things, and then I'll be handing over to Sam Jones. So
you basically come here, grilled me, and now you're running off. Cheers.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's all for my self-amusement as well.
Yeah, I know that. Glad to know that I amused somebody.
I love you. Right, I'll catch
Cheers,
you guys
Dan.
in a bit. Thanks
See you in
very
a bit.
much. All right, Sensei.
So, a couple of racks on the board for Phil. Imran breaking. 6-2 lead. A little high on that 1. Gone safe though. And the 8's the referee there, just moving the short rack. Right, there we go. Plenty of cover down at this bottom end. Welcome back to Sam. Just trying to tuck him behind the 5. He's not going to make the 1, is he? No. Oh, I think he's left it. I think he's left it. Yeah, open shot. Easy opener for Imran. No, what can he do with this blue 2? He just probably plays this slow. Bounces it off that left-hand rail, bottom rail. Comes out a little bit and leaves a little bit of an angle on this 2.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's a bit one-sided, is this one so far? Has it been like that in the racks?
To be fair, the first half a dozen racks, Imran's not put a foot wrong, and Phil just could not get a chance, really. Every safety exchange seemed to go Imran's way. He had control of them, and when Phil sort of did get in or have half a look at something just kind of went wrong for him a little bit. And like I say, Imran was shot perfect for half a dozen racks. Then at 6-0, Imran's had a straight 3 to the top left. Missed it. Phil got in, took him out, and he got in again in the last one and took those out. So, we'll see what Imran's going to come up with here. Oh. It's okay. Did well to avoid the 4 off that shot. Had to strike that really sweet to get the action in the cue ball. So now he's got a fairly thin 2 ball here. Just he's going to try and maybe float this up with a touch of the left-hand side just to avoid that 3 ball and land just above it. Fine margin of error on this positional shot there if he chooses to do that. Sort of cue a bit over that 7 as well. Yeah, big shot here. Not a gimme. Yep. Decided against going for the pot, couldn't guarantee position on the 3 where it was, and just played the waiting game, making Phil kick at another ball. And he might be struggling to go 2 rails there because of where that 4 ball is. Might be in a little bit of a spot here, Phil. I think the 1 rail kick's blocked by the 4. I think the 2 rail kick might be blocked by the 4 as well. Much to think about here for Phil. Much to think about. And even if he strikes the 2, I don't think he's got any sort of control over what happens to the 2 or the cue ball. I think just hitting the ball is maybe. And he's gone for a deliberate foul. Just to, I think he's actually nudged that 3 ball out to a fairly reasonable position. And so as much as the deliberate foul was possibly the best option, he just overhit it slightly. I think he just kind of wanted to tuck onto that 3 ball and freeze it. But now Imran with another chance. Yeah. I can just flick this 7 ball away from the 9, open that up a little bit and go through for that pink 4. Just like that. Rack's wide open now. Yeah, I'm just gonna, bit of stun inside. Got to leave the 5 a little longer than he would have liked, but it shouldn't be a problem. He's got a nice natural angle just to pop back out for this 6 ball into the bottom left. You could also top this through off the top rail if you so wished. Come back down towards centre table. Just depends how you see it. Yeah, I think he's just going to go for a little stun draw. Maybe a little tickler left hand side just to bring it back down. Yeah. Didn't even play a draw, just played a basic stun shot there. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just settling himself, big shot in the rack. Clear the mind. Get into his routine. Very well controlled.
Great shot.
Yeah, very well controlled there from Imran. And should Bowen Disasters go 7-2 up in this race to 9 for the Tier 1 title. He's going to top this through on and off this bottom cushion. Oh, has he hit it? He's not hit it. And there was the Disasters I was referring to. Sometimes it can affect your timing a little bit when you're using the extension on the cue. It didn't look like he quite struck that one well enough. Not much of a jump shot over this 9. And it's a shot he shouldn't really have needed. Just pop this cue ball over the 9 and make this 8 into the left centre. Yeah, good pop. But as a consequence, he's got a long, not quite thin, but yeah, long 9 ball. But I still fancy him to make this. It's a sort of shot a lot of players practice a lot of these shots off the 9 ball spot. But it's certainly not a hanger. You're going to need some good cueing. Stay nice and still, strike it well. Big shot. A little bit of disturbance at the wrong time there, someone walking past. But again, there's a lot of top players who are able to do. Get up, reset, have another look and go again. No point playing the shot through the distraction. So good discipline from Imran there. So it goes again. This for 7-2. Well done, Imran. Good shot. Even better shot because of the guy walking past him in the line of his shot. Dug himself out of a bit of hole once he ran out of position as well, 7-8. So yeah, every credit there to get himself out of that. And the lead, I wouldn't say is unassailable, but the closer Imran gets to the hill, the less time Phil will have to get himself back in this match, obviously. But again, like I said earlier with Dan, if Phil can string a few together and get this to say 7-5, kind of game on again. So all is not lost for Phil. You kind of want to, in this situation, you kind of want to try and hold your opponent off the hill for as long as possible, and try and want to get a few racks on the board and put a bit more scoreboard pressure on him. Nice break from Phil. 1 ball down, 2 ball down, 3 ball. It's just not quite happening for him. There's a shot at the 3, but getting up to that pink 4 ball in the break box up there, very difficult. And it's just how it's gone this match for Phil. Just nothing's really set up for him very often, and sometimes the game does that. You just can't get a foothold and get yourself going. It's not really anything that Phil's done or not done. Gone for a thin cut. Yeah, good shot. Good shot. Now Phil's got to have a look, see if this 6 ball is blocked off the pocket. He might only have half a pocket to put this pink 4 in. Well, it might even be a big pocket. If he ever cuts this a bit, it might go in off the 6. We'll see. It's down pretty quick to play it. Yeah, good shot. Comes round to play his purple 5 onto the green 6. Play the combo. Going to try and leave that 5 ball near that pocket. Oh, missed the combo. He's landed safe, but that was a good opportunity for Phil. So a little bit of a reprieve for Imran in this rack. I was probably expecting Phil to run those out. It's not a nice shot, but at least he's got a shot. He can do something. Yeah, he's just playing the little wall-up dump shot. Trying to just stun him behind his 6 here. Oh, he's done well to avoid the scratch there. That's a good shot. The scratch was a big risk there, but managed to keep the cue ball on the table. And then I'm looking at the 1 rail kick here. Maybe try and get the 5 ball back down this bottom end if he can. Yeah, not bad at all. Phil's got very awkward cueing over the 6 ball now. Long range, fairly straight on this purple 5 into the bottom left. Not easy at all. He's a good cueist, is Phil. Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky. He struck that nicely. But Imran with an open chance to get on the hill at 8-2 here. Just got to mind his work. Yeah, just thin on the 6, but no problem. All about how he decides to negotiate the 7. Might play it up and down, get somewhere centre table. Or he might just decide to spin it, pick the gap between the 9 and 7. Quite negotiated that. Yeah, I don't know if the up and down was maybe a better option, I don't know. But like I've said before, far be it from me to question somebody like Imran's shot selections, to be fair. Been a top player for many years now. Been a solid performance so far from the Maharaja. What's he going to do? He's going to try and slice off the bottom side of this 7 ball, get behind the 8. Might be his target. No. Just leaving distance and difficulty. Phil's just going to go for this now. It's an all or nothing shot. Yeah. Not this time, but he might get a bit of help off this 8 ball, you know. Might get a bit of help off this 8. No, not quite. Imran was imploring it to stop, and stop it did. Should be a routine 7, 8, 9 here to get on the hill with a massive 8-2 lead. Just got to mind his work here. A little bit thin than he likes, but I'll play this off 1, 2 or 3 rails here to perhaps leave the 9 into that left centre. Yeah, nicely done. Absolutely perfect. Straight in. (8-2) to Imran. One more required for the Tier 1 title, and it's been a very, very accomplished and solid performance from Imran. Like I say, Phil's not really done too much wrong. The game's gone against him a little bit, really. Nothing's really sat up and nothing's really gone his way. And that's how the game can be sometimes. That's the variance of it. It's the nature of the beast. Imran with the break as well. He's been in this position many, many times in his career, Imran, breaking for a title. Yeah, 2 ball goes down. Shot at the 1, not easy, but again, if he can, he might just play a little stop shot here and use that 3 ball as a blocker. Play safe, wait for another chance. But if he chooses, he might decide to clip the 1 into the side, but I think it's a stop shot here. I think he's got cover. Phil can't make the 1 anyway, even off a jump shot, because of the brown 7 next to it, blocking the path to the pocket. So he's just kind of hoping to hit the right side of this 1, come back down table, find cover. Now he's hit it full. Now Imran. Got a shot at this combo. Should be natural to leave the 1 pretty much there if he makes it. So it's a case of controlling the cue ball, make sure he doesn't hide behind that red 3 or pink 4. Oh, it did drop, I was going to say. He's left it hanging, but decided at the very last split second gravity was going to take hold, and now he's in. Three to the left centre will be the plan. Natural position pretty much for the pink 4 to the bottom left. So kind of wants to be fairly straight on this 3. Yep, that'll do. It just brings it back a little bit. 4 into the bottom left. Yeah, that was stun off 2. Centre table. Bit of angle. And you can play a similar shot here. Play off 2, left hand side. Going to the line of the 7. Centre table again. Yeah, about where he's pointing the cue. Wouldn't mind being maybe either hours straight or with a bit of aim. Still could be an awkward angle here if he lands in a certain spot, but I don't think he will. Bit of top and right. Just to come down behind the 8 ball there, just like that. Like ball in hand position really now. Excellent shot from Imran. And as has been done many times, yeah, Phil concedes that last 9 ball. Excellent performance by Imran Majid to take the Tier 1 title. Commiserations to Phil. Didn't do an awful lot wrong at all. Just couldn't get into the game. The balls wouldn't sit. The chances never really come. Couldn't get a foothold in the game, but Imran a worthy winner. Very well played. And yet another GB9 title to his name.
Yes, congratulations to Imran Majid beating Phil Wildman 9 racks to 2, and thank you to Mr. Dave Hawkins for being in the commentary booth for the last few hours.
Not a problem. Been a pleasure. I'd have rather been playing, obviously.
Just things that happen. Eh?
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Well, that marks off event number 3 here at Spots and Stripes in Redhill. GB9 has had another successful weekend. We look ahead to event 4 at the end of November, just before the Moscone Cup.
Yep.
Oh, that could be a fantastic week around the M25.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, whatever you're doing for the rest of your night, enjoy it. I think Man City fans will be happy, Man United fans won't be.
Yep.
It's not looking good over there, but anyway. As always, thank you to everyone that runs the event, the committee, the referees. Thank you to everyone that works here at Spots and Stripes in Redhill. Hospitality, as always, is fantastic.
Absolutely. Thanks to all.
And until
I'm looking forward to November.
Yes, this has been a TYPLive broadcast. Our next event is in a few weeks' time with the World Billiards Championships. See you soon. Good night.
Cheerio.
Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, a moment can live on forever.